What's up, guys? How's it going? It's Kyle Olson here. So today I wanted to go over Zillow's home predictions for 2023. They came out with 5 bullet points and I agree with most of them, but today I want to see if you did too. If you do, leave a comment and let me know what your predictions are for 2023 in the housing market. Again, there's so much craze in the real estate market. No one knows what's going to happen next year, but there's a lot of predictions and a lot of hope. There's a lot of buyers wishing that the market will go down back to 2018 levels, and then you have other people thinking that the real estate market is gonna stay steady and chug along for the next couple of years. So right now, I can tell you as a real estate agent here in Orange County, I have been seeing a lot of buyers go through open houses that are waiting on the sidelines. So these people are qualified and do have money in wanting to jump in the real estate market. So at least in my market, there's still that demand of people wanting to buy in 2023 and get into the real estate market. And I'm sure you know the stock market right now is getting absolutely hammered. So people might be looking for other avenues to store their cash. But also, I think we're gonna see a lot of first-time home buyers get into the market. We've had a lot of people within their 30s either staying at home, moving home, or renting over the past couple of years to save for that down payment. But we will see. So let's get into it. Thank you again for watching. Please subscribe and like, and let's get into it. So first off, Zillow's bold predictions for 2023, they're thinking that the Midwest markets are gonna heat up and a lot of families are gonna gather their money together to buy a house. It says that as people look for new ways to overcome the housing affordability crisis, that crisis will stabilize, if not improve, from its pandemic era apex. New construction will be focused on rental units, and we should see a jump in homeowners becoming first-time landlords. Those are among a slew of new predictions for the Zillow economic research team that they made for 2023. So number one, the Midwest to feature front and center in 2023. They say as affordability has become the key driver of both supply and demand in the market, places that still feature reasonable prices are already seeing momentum shift their way and should have the healthiest housing markets for 2023. Enter the Midwest. Unlike nearly every other region in the United States, prices in most Midwest metro areas haven't run up to extremes. Mortgage costs as a share of income are still within healthy sub 30% levels across Ohio, Pennsylvania, Kansas, upstate New York, Iowa, and smaller metro areas in Illinois, which will allow first-time home buyers to take the plunge. Me firsthand, I know a lot of people who are starting families and they're leaving California because they can't afford it. So that makes perfect sense. They also go along to say having available houses to choose from is another key component of a healthy market, and the Midwest stands out. Inventory isn't in a massive hole compared to a pre-pandemic time, and declines in new listings are smaller than the national average, encouraged by the more consistent demand from buyers. And what we've seen over the past year too is a lot of investors head to the Midwest in multifamily because it's still affordable compared to the West Coast or far East Coast. So number two, buying with friends and family will gain momentum. Soaring housing costs were a popular conversation topic in 2022, but plots of buying a home with a friend or non-partner relative turned out to be more than idle chatter for a surprising share of folks. A Zillow survey fielded this spring found that among successful recent home buyers, 18% had purchased along with a friend or relative who wasn't their spouse or partner, and 19% of prospective home buyers intended to buy with a friend or relative in the next 12 months. For both groups, affordability and qualifying for a mortgage were cited as the top reasons for buying together, challenges that are now even more acute. Mortgage payments for a typical U.S. home rose from needing 27% of median household income in January to 30% in March to 37% in October, far beyond the 30% threshold where housing becomes a financial burden. So a lot of people are teaming up, getting into the real estate market and leaning on each other for that down payment and qualification. Remember, you got to qualify for a house to be able to purchase it, even if you have the cash. To me, this makes sense. My brother and I, we thought about purchasing a home in Orange County, single family, and teaming up and moving in together. So I could see how a lot of families are trying to, family, friends, putting their cash together, try to move in and buy that house they want to live in. A lot of house hacking, I think, will happen if the market does not see those low levels that some people expect, whether it's 20%, 30% off of right now, when we've already seen in most markets 10 to 15% declines. So number 3, they're saying affordability crisis will stabilize if not improve. Goes on to talk about how affordability is an issue. We all know that. They say Zillow expects national home values to remain relatively flat next year and even fall in the most affordability challenged markets. Mortgage rates highly impactful to the mortgage payment are seeing some recent and encouraging progress downwards as inflation, labor market tightness show small signs of easing, enough to lead some to suggest the Federal Reserve may ease its aggressive monetary contraction. If we've actually turned the corner on inflation, that should continue. Volatility in mortgage rates could continue through early 2023. However, an ongoing challenge for those who saw their ability to qualify for the same mortgage change on a monthly or even weekly basis this summer. Rent growth should hew closer to historical norms next year as well. Annual growth has come down quickly from a massive peak of 17.1% in February to 9.6% year over year by October. Rents actually fell during the month of October, the first time in 2 years, a signal of a return to regular seasonal patterns. Meanwhile, builders are working to increase the supply of rental properties at a record pace. So yeah, I agree with that. I think that we're gonna see more affordability, prices come down, whether it's home prices and rents in the second half of 2023. Again, no one has a crystal ball. This is all just based off data, what we're seeing. Feds do have a big play in what's gonna happen. Me personally, I have been listening to a lot of people who've been in the real estate market for the past 30 years. And a lot of them are saying that 2023 could just be a falling knife. What do I mean by that? People could see prices come down in not the full impact of these inflation and high interest rates. Real estate takes a long time to actually find its bottom. If you want to go back to 2008, 2009, you had 2011 when you kind of saw that bottom in real estate. So that's something to think about. For me, it's a lot of data, a lot of things to potentially happen. So no one knows. Again, that's why it's better to just get in if you can, or if you need to, and hold on and ride that roller coaster. But I do agree with that. I'm hoping rents come down. I am seeing in my area a lot of places for rent stay on the market longer than usual, which of course, if you got more supply and less demand with the crazy prices, they're gonna continue to bring those prices down. So number 5, new construction strength will be in rentals. We are seeing a lot of single family builders get out because the demand's not there. So they are saying, despite a clear effort to pull back on permits in starts in single family construction, the sheer number of units currently under construction after the pandemic construction boom, up 42% from pre-pandemic in October, will mean continued rolling deliveries to the market, even as demand pulls back. This expected temporary glut in new homes available are driving price reductions for new construction and potentially in the existing home market too, which otherwise will continue to experience low inventory levels as existing homeowners hold on to to their homes and their record low mortgage rates. I agree with that. A lot of people won't move. They don't have the option to move because they refinance into mortgage rates around that 3%. So if you go and buy something, even if it's cheaper, you're gonna still be paying more money with the higher interest rate. Okay, so builders of multifamily units are in contrast much more bullish. The number of multifamily units to start construction each month has fairly steadily increased, reaching 8% up from pre-pandemic in October. Elevated multifamily permits also point to a stronger vote of confidence in continued demand for rental units despite looming recession fears. This confidence will also encourage more construction of build for rent homes, as many would-be homeowners will need to continue renting into later life stages if now unable to qualify and move forward with a purchase of their own. So to sum up that last one, they're seeing multifamily continue to boom and single family construction to slow down, shifting in that. I completely agree. I think that as the world gets more expensive and wages remain pretty much the same, it's going to be hard for a lot of people to qualify, which will unfortunately, I think, separate the middle class and the lower class. There's going to be no middle class anymore. I think that it's going to get tough because inflation is definitely high, and usually food costs and everything that has gone up in the past 2 years stay around the same price. The world just becoming more expensive. But if you're looking to purchase in 2023 and have the means to do so, and you're prepared and it's your time, then even if the market comes down and you're uncertain, just jump in if you can afford it. If not, hopefully you can save up for that down payment. Let me know what you guys think is gonna happen in the market in the comments. Again, open for discussion. This is just coming from Zillow. I wanted to share this with you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.